morning to our respected Professor of the Professor of the RISI Bengaluru, Dr. Kitesh Professor, and good morning to all. Now I am going to tell one thought for the day in the form of a story. I heard this story from the series of Karnalu Bob Vedake, Dr. Guraj Kajri sir. Once there was a rich businessman. He had a son. His son was nearly 68 years old. He wanted his son to show how rich he is. His richness. He wanted to show his richness to his son. That is why he decided to send his son to live in the tribal community. With the help of rich businessman's friend, businessman sent his son to live in tribal community for a week. After, when he went to live his son in the tribal community, the businessman said the leader of the community that my son is going to live here for a week. Just treat him as a son of the rich businessman. Just treat him as one of you. After a week, the businessman went to see his son, and when he was returning his home, he asked his son on the way, my dear son, you lived here for a week. You spent 7 days in a tribal community. How was the life living in the tribal community? Did you feel any time poverty or poor? Because in the tribal community there is no well-developed house. There are no facility here. How did you spend? The son replied to the businessman that, my dear father, how poorly we are leading our life in that building, in our house. Because there is a house, there is a compound for that house, very limited area. But in the tribal community, atop the tribal community, where we can see the space is ours, very, very long space, very distant space. And one more thing, my dear father, in our house garden, there is a swimming pool and water fountains are there. There is a little bit water. They close very little bit distance. There is a lake in the tribal community before the hut. There was a lake. There was a waterfall. That waterfall has the purest water, and that flows very, very far distance. How rich they are living their life in the tribal community. And one more thing I'd like to tell you that, father, we have hundreds of lights in our house, but in tribal community, when we came out and see the sky at night, we can see crores of stars. How rich they are living their life. The businessman was very shocked by hearing his son's words, because the moral of the story is richness is not in the money. Richness is in our thinking. So we all try to think in a good manner. We all think good and beautiful. Then only we can see rich and richness in every way and everywhere. Thank you.